welcome. I'm Master Lama Rasaji, and this is our Monday edition of Rasaji Speaks. So happy to be with you today. Hope you had a fantastic weekend and being with the family, spending some time with the Divine Mother and nature. That's always a good thing. Just wanted to remind you now that the early bird special for live streaming is now up. So if you go to the circleofchi.com, click on events and scroll down until you find the Philly event. Live streaming is now available, and that will be going on for a few weeks. And we're so excited about all the people that are coming. We're going to have a huge audience, and it's going to be wonderful. Wouldn't be surprised if live streaming goes to a new level either. So really exciting. Today's topic is mindful tech, balancing digital life with spiritual well-being. Well, that's crucial. See, when you're in front of the computer a lot, it's a very young, masculine energy, and it can uproot your chi a lot. A lot of people spend too much time in front of the, computer. It speeds up the aging process. There's a similarity to being in front of the computer for too long periods of time, and it kind of makes you a little frazzled, right? So one of the ways to keep technology working for you is have your alarm set. And I do two things. I set the alarm a couple times a day to push away from the table of life. That's exactly what I did, right? And I want you to think about that, right? So if you're doing that with your cell phone a couple of times a day, give yourself a 30, 45-minute break. So you could go for a walk, do a little Tai Chi Gong, maybe take it out into nature. It changes everything because you get more grounded, you expand your chi, and it gives it a real yin impact, especially if you do it after 1 to 3 in the afternoon. That's really crucial because then you're riding the wave, the crest of the wave of the yin cycle as you go from yang to yin. Last thing you really want to do is after about 4 or 5 o'clock, you're still crunching numbers, drinking energy drinks or caffeinated drinks. All this yang energy is going to make you more fragile. Plus, you're dumping the human stress hormone cortisol into your bloodstream, and that just speeds up the aging process, just makes you fragile. See, if you start the sadhanas early in the morning, somewhere, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, get you a good 30 minutes to an hour in. And then a couple of times in the day, after you've spent about 3, 4 hours working, take you 30 minutes or so, right? 20 to 30 minutes is huge. 3 or 4 hours later, take more. When you got to take that second or third time, that's the time you really got to think about pushing away from the table of life. Do you really need to work on that computer 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night when that can wait? Do you really need to be texting on the phone while you're interacting with your family? About 4 or 5 o'clock, well, actually 3 or 4 o'clock, I'm pretty well done with the computer for the day. Now I get up earlier than 98% of the human race. We have a saying that the llamas bring up the sun don't bring up the llamas, right? So I've had a full day by 3 or 4 o'clock, and I'll take a few texts. Sometimes I'll take 1 or 2 phone calls, but most of my people kind of know that Lamaji is winding down. I will serve selfishly during the day for a good 10 to 12 hours a day. For a guy who's supposed to be 68 years old, can run circles around most people in their 30s and 40s. I assure you that. But the point being is Lamaji needs to wind down. I need to detach myself from that. That's why I don't give too many people my phone numbers. And about half of the texts that I get during the day is like everybody else. It's somebody trying to sell you something or whatever. Somebody calls me. I'm not somebody's ping a pong, and I'll get to it when I can in a reasonable and a respective way. But I won't be like a lot of people. I won't just drop everything that I'm doing, you know? Outside of maybe my mom who's dealing with health challenges, most people aren't. But their urgency says that they think that sometimes Labaji needs to drop everything and attend to their thing. Sometimes I do, right? Sometimes I do. If somebody is crucially ill or somebody's getting ready to check out, I have a friend that's in that process right now and texted me the other day, and I hadn't heard from her probably in over a year. And I knew that she was close to checking out. And she had been battling cancer for about a decade, and hospice was coming in. And she wanted to hear from me. And I got on the phone with her when normally I wouldn't, after that 3 or 4 o'clock time frame in the afternoon. And we talked and we prayed together, and he kind of meditated together. And I told her, I said, now, you've known who I am for quite a few years. And I said, you know that I walk in 4 or 5D. And she said, yeah. And I said, well, I'll be standing at the threshold, and I'll be there with you when that moment comes. And I told her to breathe in a way, and she knows how to do that. So she lived 7 years longer. The woman was fighting 3 different stages of cancer at one time: liver cancer, pancreatic cancer. Pancreatic cancer took out Patrick Swayze in a year, took out the guy on Jeopardy in about a year and a half. It's a booger of a cancer. But she also had lymph node cancer. So she was fighting on 3 fronts. And she knew, because of everything she'd done, it gave her to her family an additional 7 years longer than people said it would, that all the medical field and pathologists. And I know today, if she was doing more cutting edge 7 years ago, she'd probably have another 10 or 20, who knows, maybe even longer. Sweetheart of a person, had a good attitude about the whole thing, but she needed to hear from me. And so I spent time with her, and I said, I'll be there when you leave your body, and you'll understand it's just as natural as when you've left your body before. The difference is you just won't be coming back for a while. I'll help you through the 49-day bardo. See, that's what a lama does. That's the thing. So everything we do is not just what people appear to think that we're doing. We're a master lama. We do things that people haven't even thought about doing. And we work on many, many levels. And we work on these levels consciously. That's right. Consciously, very, very consciously. And it's a beautiful system that we have, because our system means give power to peace. But you have to let the peace happen to you with Om Shanti, with your figure eights, your body twist, your crane, and your time. You have to prepare the soil for peace. As we spoke, she was becoming more and more peaceful. And she's had a full life, and she felt fine about everything. And she understood everything, including Lama's lotus. And she'd always heard that that is an exercise that helps you embrace the universe. So I said, you'll just be merging now with the universe. Won't be merging with your body anymore. You'll just be merging with the universal body. You'll be like these stars in the sky. And I see her as one of these stars. The stars that stand out, that look like a small sun in the name. Let the noonday sun arise into your hearts, what Peter said. I'm happy to be with you today. Look forward to being with you tomorrow. Barak Bashad to you and to your family. Remember, as I told her yesterday, keep Abba as close to you as your heartbeat, and the Divine Mother is near to you as your breath. And remember, breathing, real breathing, it comes from 4 and 5D, whether you have a vehicle or not. Remember that. God be with us all. Love you much. See you tomorrow. God bless.